Brazil, a global giant, the land of carnival, samba, and football. The world's 10th largest economy, home to breathtaking landscapes and a leader in exporting food staples to families worldwide. Sugar, coffee, beef, and oranges. Much of what you eat comes from Brazilian lands. But Brazil doesn't just export wealth. It also leads in exporting something else: lies. In the last decade, Brazil has exported one of the most absurd narratives to the world: that trans-identified individuals face fatal violence simply because they feel their bodies do not align with their minds. These claims, crafted by Brazilian trans-activist lobbying groups, fool the world with slogans that, despite being repeated endlessly, are false. There is no evidence to support that Brazil is the deadliest country for trans people or that their life expectancy is 35 years. It's all lies. The truth, hidden by these groups, is that Brazilian transvestites face violence primarily due to their involvement in prostitution and drug trafficking. But this reality is conveniently ignored. Instead, these narratives are weaponized to dismantle women's rights in Brazil and beyond. Without public debate, Brazilian laws are being altered through judicial rulings, replacing the recognition of biological sex with self-declared gender identity as a legal and social marker. Today, Brazilian women face prison sentences for asserting that men cannot be women. Transphobia is now considered a crime equivalent to racism in Brazil, creating an outrageous paradox. If a black woman objects to the presence of a white male in a women-only space, she can be prosecuted for the crime of racism. The absurdity doesn't end there. Quotas have been created for trans-identified individuals in universities and public positions, allowing any man who identifies as a woman to gain privileged access to jobs and education, regardless of their social, economic, or racial background. Meanwhile, Brazil's Ministry of Women is guided by these lobbying groups, using resources meant for women to promote the idea that being a woman is a category open to men. Transvestites are even invited to perform pornography at public government events. While privileged young people from the global north use false statistics about violence against Brazilian transvestites to claim oppression for themselves. And Brazilian women with no political power are left unprotected and unsupported. Our country leads in sex trafficking in South America, has alarming femicide rates, and records 2 rapes of women and children every minute. 2 rapes every minute. These statistics are the real ones. Yet, no international movement sheds tears for the Brazilian women and children who are assaulted, trafficked, and killed by the blunt misogyny of this giant country. This must stop. Follow and support MATRIA and help amplify the voices of Brazilian women across the globe.